It was really my dream to create an exhibition of visual arts in celebration for the 50th anniversary of independence. I went to a number of agencies and asked about the possibilities of it being done, and I was told basically that there was no budget. And I basically gave up on the idea until I came back from Canada in the middle of October, and there was a lot of hype in Canada, a lot of Barbadians returning to Barbados for the 50th anniversary. And once again I felt as though the visual artists were not being represented within the celebrations, and that it would have been a great time for us to actually showcase what we're doing in the visual arts. So I once again asked the couple institutions. I was once again told no, and I called to complain to my friend who owns the complex in which the exhibition is being housed, that the government had basically spent $7 million on the celebrations and there wasn't a cent for the visual arts. And he said, "Do you want a building?" And I said, "Sure." And from there, everything kind of just had a domino effect. It wasn't only a matter of pledging allegiance to the country, but because of the show of support, to me it was the artists have pledged allegiance to their craft, because in a country which doesn't necessarily support the visual arts as I feel it should, it's always a feat of perseverance to be an artist in Barbados. Community college, I've been told, has a success rate of about 2% of the artists who graduate from community college actually continuing within the arts field. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of supporting and uplifting the artists in Barbados. But for this, we've had a lot of support. So community colleges on board, Cultural Industries Development Authority, NCF came on board. So everybody basically helped in which ways that they can. Having a national gallery is a very important aspect of the visual arts, or the promotion and the acceptance of the visual arts within any country. And 50 years on from independence, Barbados should have a national gallery or a dedicated space where Barbadian students can go and see Barbadian artists and our Barbadian masterpieces so that they can learn from those. One of the artists who came through earlier within the exhibition said she'd never seen a real Kathleen Hawkins. She's only ever seen them in books. So we have our Kathleen Hawkins within our Eternal section. It's been a place of exchange, I think, between some of the older artists and some of the younger artists. Even though we have NIFCA, which celebrates our visual arts and independence every year, there are a number of artists who will not enter NIFCA for the simple fact that they're dead. So Carl Bruhagen is not going to enter NIFCA, so there's no way that an exhibition like NIFCA could have covered these 50 years of celebration, because there are a lot of people who would not be able to enter NIFCA. So we would have pieces from collections, but also we have contemporary artists. Our eldest artist, I say, within this exhibition is 95 and she's still practicing, and our youngest professional artist is 19 years old. So we have that range of years. We have a lot of our established artists are continuing to produce work, and as I was curating the show and meeting with artists, I can tell you that within this exhibition we can house at least 6 solo shows from 6 of our top artists within Barbados. So people are still working very much. So even though things are seemingly hard, there's still work being produced, which leads me to believe that art is not, or being an artist is not a choice. It is what people have come to do within this society, and therefore it needs a certain level of respect. For younger artists, I know when I spoke to Akem, and Akem might be one of our more renowned artists at this point in time, and he was telling me he was baking bread, and I was like, well, he didn't have any work. Mind you, we have 2 wonderful pieces from Akem, and I told him, well, give me bread then, Akem, because it helps to tell the story of how an artist survives in Barbados. So as an artist surviving in Barbados, there's always another profession or something else that you do to help supplement your art income. And I don't care which artist it is. When I think about all of the artists who practice, whether they're known internationally or not, they're teaching, they're baking, they're doing some other kind of profession to help supplement that income. And that's just the reality of being an artist in Barbados.